So I thought today I might do a shed tour. I've just cleaned it out, attempted to, as I only have a dustbin and broom, not a vacuum or anything, so it's not completely clean. But yeah, I thought I'd show you a shed tour of what the shed looks like. Just to mention, this will be completely like renewed in September because the floor and some of the ceiling needs to be retouched and new wood. And I'm also putting, is it called lino stuff down and making some shelves for them. So yeah, let's get started. So as soon as you come in the door, there's this little triangle net section area where I step in, take my shoes off and then step over. The bunnies can easily jump over this, but it's like a barrier so I can get in quickly before they decide to jump. There's one of these click-on lights. It doesn't really work because there's no lights in here, but it's fine because it's summer, so it's not actually needed. Yeah, on this side there's a tunnel, which Theodora is showing you how to use incorrectly. A box, which I don't know why there's a point in putting it there, which I have hay and the bedding in. Yeah, that's where I just store it. Beside that there's just this random tent that I'm keeping for my dog for summer, and my mum said it has to stay in here because I wanted to keep it. And beside that there is a hay rack with a litter tray underneath. There needs to be more hay in there, but as you can see, can't really get to it right now. This messy area is just covering the carpet so it's easier to sweep up, because there is a hole, well not a hole, but it's like a really small gap like there. So that just covers that up as well. And there's a little, I then have a cage, which they're in at night. It helps with litter training and it means I can trust that they're safe all night because no other animal can get in to the cage if the door was left open or something. And then, sorry about the sirens, on top of the cage there is this piece of plastic, I think it's corrugated something plastic, with this blanket on top so they can just like sit up there, and that just reinforces the level, should I say. And then there's my coat, which I wore up to the box that they can jump on and go into because they like a piece of that plastic stuff on the floor just so it's easier to sweep up the mess. And then they have a little kebab chew something, and then a homemade random one, and then 2 bowls which have nothing in because I feed them in the morning and a little bit at night. And then they have 2 litter trays at the back with a long box thing that they store the hay in, and it just makes sure the hay is like kept in one area, and I don't like putting hay in litter trays because I don't want them to eat the litter, and I find they like it better this way even though they sit inside the box. I got this cage second hand for like £15 or £10 or no £20, something like that, and it's quite a good size just for them to be in at night. Beside that we have the carrier, which I just use as a den while they're not in it. The front of it is taken off so it can't shut on them and is left somewhere else, and then beside that there's a little level made again out of that plastic. I just have a bundle of random toys on the floor, just to say this one here didn't actually have any of the stuffing in. I pushed it all out and gave this to them and I stuffed it in. Underneath the level we have a little seat thing with a blanket inside, and this was like £5 including the blanket and all, so I thought it was a good deal. And the floor is a bit messy again. It's just this like table covering thing which is waterproof, and I use it for the inside their cage and outside to make sure that pee doesn't seep through, and it was only £1 so I can go wrong. Then just have these 3 wicker basket things, not a clue what they're called. Inside the bottom one there's just random pieces of cardboard. The second one has their food and some extra food, and then the top one has some random stuff in it. On the top at the moment we just have a bowl which I use for the salad if I haven't got time to hand feed them, because I like to hand feed them salads. I put it on their bowl. There's some scissors which is really helpful, the litter tray cleaner and dustbin and brush. Inside we have some pieces for this, can't remember what it's called, but I've done a review on it which we linked in the description. Like this blossom herbage treat and another treat which they love. This is like the only treat they get. They don't get any other treats except from like dried herbs. They have some ball things, their brushes and some nail scissors. I haven't got the guts yet to cut their nails with these. I think I'm going to wait to go to the vet. And there's some more stuff. Behind that we have their food. The food that they're on is like selective something adult food. Yeah, don't know what it's called. But I got it from Pets at Home, a huge bag. Then beside that we have a clicker trainer thing till I get a new one or a better one. Then I'm growing some carrot tops because I love carrot tops. there's 2 water bottles which I fill their water up instead of just going down to the tap, which is quite far away. Toilet paper, sponge, and then underneath that there is some, whatever they're called. And then there's a bendy bridge which I did have to put into their litter tray, but because their litter trays are now like can't move, I just have this here. So they have a little basket bin thing that has all their toys in that they're not using, a random little circle tube, and then last but not least we have another piece of plastic with a bowl and a water bowl on. The other bowl is what I put their pellets in the morning. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I'll do an updated one in like September, October time, for when I completely, oh gosh, that's so weird. When I've completely like revarnished the, don't bite me, revarnished the shed. So this is the shed at the moment. It's definitely going to look a lot better soon. And yeah, thank you for watching.